And we're back.
Woohoo!
Oh my goodness. I'll tell you, I missed seeing you for a week, Mr. David Mark.
Oh, aren't you a sweetheart?
Welcome to the Auto Authorities Podcast. My name is Jay Grossman. I'm the founder and CEO of iAutoAgent. We are real estate agents for cars. And this is my co-host, Mr.
David Marks with Quality Auto STL, home of trusted services with no surprises.
Well, if you've been watching our show, you're going to be surprised when I say this. But we have an absolutely amazing show for you today.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a topic that so many people have asked us over and over. Where do I sell my car? What are the best sites to sell my car? And it's a huge topic. And we're going to not only talk about that, but we're going to talk about the reviews and what our personal opinions of these websites are to help you make a better educated decision when you're getting ready to sell your car. Are you ready to do this, Mr. David Marks?
Absolutely.
All right. Have you ever felt like you were taken for a ride when buying, selling, or repairing your car? Well, not anymore. I'm Jay.
And I'm Dave.
And this is the podcast that tells you what to watch out for, whether you're buying, selling,
or repairing your car.
With 47 years of automotive experience, we are the Automotive Authorities. This podcast is sponsored by iAutoAgent. We're real estate agents for cars.
And Quality Auto STL. Trusted services with no surprises.
Boom!
Boom!
All right, man. We got some fun stuff to talk about today. Well, before we get started, though, I'd like to thank our sponsors, iAutoAgent.com. Real estate agents for cars. They take care of every aspect of the sale for you. You get to spend more time with your family, spend time focused on your business, take care of the marketing, the showings away from your property, and that money transaction at no cost to you. And iAutoAgent will also help you navigate the entire buying process so you don't have to go to the big bad dealer yourself. We do it for you. And you don't move forward until you approve the deal. And then we have Mr. David Marks with Quality Auto STL, trusted services with no surprises, the best in the business. And man, oh man, if you are listening right now on Facebook live, click join Facebook group, and you can watch us live if you're not on there right now, and click join group simply. And then if you're on YouTube, you can click subscribe, and you can click the notification buttons in the right-hand corner and be notified of these wonderful podcasts that we have. And then we have 19 different channels that this is going out to. iTunes is one of them. Please download it, give us comments. We want to hear your feedback. And Dave, what is the special gift we have today for our listeners?
We got to give away a gift. I don't want to give away anything.
Well, tell them about our free ebook.
Okay, I'm just kidding, everybody. We got our free ebook. It's how to buy a car with no nonsense. So in the event that you decide not to hire iAutoAgent, which is a huge mistake, and you think you can do it on your own, we got something to at least help you out.
Yes. And how can they get their free book, Mr. David Marks?
Well, we pick up one of these. This is a smartphone, not a cell phone. So if you're, anyway, you just text the word car,
CAR.
Yes. To 57838. Kind of like that song that used to be there.
57838.
Yeah. It's right there with it. So if you know that song, then you should be able to remember this.
Well, let's get right into this, man. I
think we're done, Jay. You just answered everybody's questions. You just go to iAutoAgent. We don't even need to have this episode.
Well, if it was so easy, I wouldn't have a business. I don't know. Actually, I wouldn't have a business.
You would. You'd have a bigger business.
But I'd have a big business, right?
There you go.
But let's talk about the different sites that we like. I know the sites that we have over 500 different websites, but today
how many sites did you say you guys have?
We have over 500 different websites that we
advertise.
There's
not 500 websites out there to sell your car.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're going to talk about
Really?
5 of them today. Yep.
Wow. I had no idea there was that many sites.
Should we start
I
with the
mean,
best first, or should we save for the best for last?
that's the golden nugget.
Okay, then we're not going to tell you. Let's start with the worst.
Well, that's Craigslist.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty close to the worst. What are your thoughts on Craigslist?
Well, one, I'm surprised it's still around and even exists. I don't sell nothing on Craigslist. I mean, when I got into this was predates Facebook buying and selling. That's all it was Craigslist. So you're
Yep.
dealing with strangers that you have no idea if they're a real person or not.
Yeah, and Craigslist also is really kind of known for scams, and it's
Yep.
also known for very, very cheap cars. Really cheap cars. I'm talking 1,500 to 2 grand cars,
Yeah.
not even, I mean, even cars that are $6,000, $8,000 are probably too expensive for Craigslist. And so when I see cars advertised and my team sees cars advertised on Craigslist that are $30,000 and $40,000, they're never going to sell that vehicle ever,
No.
ever. So the cost to get into Craigslist, it's $5 for an ad.
Yeah, not that bad.
No, not bad. It's going to last for 30 days. But it's still attracting a lot of scammers. And unfortunately, that's why I have a lot of TV time, is because when somebody makes a very bad mistake buying.
Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby, really. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Well, one of the schemes that was famous out there, because I got a story, is people would send me a text message, say, I want to buy your car, right? The price, they loved everything about it. But they haven't seen it or come over or driven it or anything. I'm fine with the price, blah, blah, blah. And they want to send a cashier's check.
Well, yeah.
And then they'll send Guido over to pick it up.
Yeah, and that's really where we get into really sketchy stuff. And really, I mean, Craigslist has opened themselves up so scammers can come in. The way that their software is set up, people can come in, they can manipulate the system, and it makes for a really, really bad experience. And frankly, you have to do everything yourself. You have to write the ad, right? You have to write the ad. You have to answer the questions. You have to answer questions. And what else do you have to do?
The money transaction.
But before the money transaction,
ooh, you got to deal with the scammers.
You got to meet the strange people in the strange places that you don't want to meet.
Yeah, because I went along with their game one time. Like, okay, I replied, yeah, I'll take a deal. That sounds great. Here's my address. Send me a check. And I literally got a cashier's check in the mail. And then I did some homework on it and found out this is complete fake, because I just wanted to see what would happen. I know it was a scam, but let me play along and see what happens. What the hell? What do I got to lose?
Well, I think we've harped enough on Craigslist. It sucks, and I would never use it.
Hell no.
And ever again. And if I'm going to say on the flip side, if you're really looking for a good deal that nobody else is ever going to get called on, you could be the only person that calls them. And speaking of scams, I'm going to tell you something, and I didn't tell you about this, but I'm going to share this with the whole nation right now.
Is this a golden nugget?
We're going to go right into Facebook Marketplace next.
Nice.
Because everybody now is putting their cars on Facebook Marketplace. They think it's so cool because you can get to see the people that are selling the vehicles. However, I'm going to tell you a scam that literally just happened to us yesterday.
Wow. To iAuto agent?
Yes. Yes, we have a beautiful 2020 Mustang Roush edition that is yeah, we just listed it super low miles, like 15,000 miles.
Wow.
Yeah, and we got a message saying, I want to buy it. I'll buy it today. And you click, so you always want to click into the view profile so you can see who it is.
I do the same thing.
It's non-existent.
Wow.
Yeah. And then here's the other thing too, another golden nugget that I'm going to share right now. When you're looking at to click the view profile to see who is selling the vehicle. You want to see if you know somebody that's connected with them. That's a positive, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Makes you feel a little bit better. But there's a lot of what we've talked about this numerous times, Dave. There's these curb stoners. They're just listing cars. They're really dealers, and they're
advertising as private party.
They are, and you can see that they have 12 other vehicles that they're trying to sell. Just stay away from those people, because 9 times out of 10, they're not going to be any good. They're not going to be necessarily like Mr. David Marks, because I know you sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, it's king for me.
But I'm going to tell you this, though. There's no such thing as free anymore when it comes to social media. Social media is not free, and Facebook is going to try to upsell you to keep making you pay to boost those posts. Because let me tell you what happens in reality. Unless you have some rare car that nobody else has, you're going to be going head to head with the largest dealership groups here in St. Louis or across the country, and they have thousands of vehicles that they're advertising at one time. So what makes you think that they're going to buy yours over the dealer? You want me to tell you what it's going to be? What's the number one reason people would do that?
To buy what? To buy? Oh, convenience.
Nope.
Cost. Price?
Yes, because here, think about it. Why would somebody buy a private owner vehicle if it's going to be advertised the same price as the dealership?
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Right. And so unless you just absolutely hate dealers and you despise dealers, but most people aren't like that. They just want to get the best bang for the buck. So what does that mean if you're a private owner and you're trying to sell your car?
Good luck.
Or you have to greatly lower that price and take less for it and be darn well realistic. Because when we reach out to people that are selling their vehicles, we're like, how do you think that you're going to get? So I may have already said this. There was a Kia. It was like 30,005, 2019, brand new. It was 30,001 with no miles. How do you think that you're going to get that for your vehicle? Let's be realistic. It's not going to happen.
Crazy. No.
It's not going to happen. And with Facebook, this is my favorite. What is the message when they're sending you like through the messenger? What does it say?
Oh, I hate this. Is it still available?
Is this still available?
If it's listed, it's still for sale.
Yeah. It's like me talking to you, Dave. I'm like, hey, Dave, how you doing? Yeah. And then I just leave because I don't want anybody to hear what you say.
I hate that. I absolutely hate that. So I get that consistently. Then I send a message. Hey, when do you want to come over, take it for test drive? Crickets.
Right. And it's really fun when you have a full-time job and you're sitting there trying to sell a car as your second job. Right.
And I'm getting paid to do it. So, I mean, no big deal on me. But yeah, I can see somebody that's not in the business that's kind of
imagine like how you would feel. It would just be, oh, that would drive me nuts. It drives us nuts. Like, and we do this every single day. I can't even imagine being like a private owner. Is this still available? Is this still available? Is this still available?
Yeah, they got it listed for 5,000. Will you take 2?
Yeah. So also when you're listing these, it doesn't matter where you list it. If you don't price your vehicle right, it is not going to sell. And every real estate agent will tell you that too. It's the same thing.
Oh,
I want $1 million for my car.
I'd like to get $1 million for my car too. And that doesn't mean it's going to happen.
No. And it is. And it gets frustrating. And that's one of the reasons why people do wind up coming to us, is because they're just like, I do not want to deal with this.
No, they got a spouse, they got kids, or the kids got soccer practice, and people want to come over at God knows what time. Well, what happens to me is they'll set a time, 2 o'clock. Noon is the popular time on Saturday. Right. I don't care. Noon. I'm like, everybody wants to come right at high noon on the Saturday. With noon means that they can show up anytime between 11 and God knows when.
Yes. When we set appointments, that is a good golden nugget, Mr. David Marks. Um, when you set an appointment with somebody to show the vehicle, set it on the quarter of an hour, 12:15, 12:45, 1:15, and then call them. Here's another golden nugget. I've got all kinds of golden nuggets.
Well, we could talk about this all day.
Yeah, we could. Call them. I don't want to go too ADD because we have 2 more sites to review, and the best is going to be for last. And, you call them maybe like 30 minutes before you're going to meet them and say, "Hey, just want to let you know I'm on my way. Are you still coming?" Because guess what? You're going to get a lot of no-shows.
Yep.
I mean, that's just the
I
life
just
we
told,
live.
look, man, my business hours is here to here. Anytime in between that is fine with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, just take a quick break for our sponsors. Just want to thank our sponsors, iAutoAgent.com, real estate agents for cars. They will do everything that you ever wanted to do for selling the car at no cost to you, and they will help you navigate the buying process, and you don't have to move forward until you approve the deal. And this is Mr. David Marks, Quality Auto STL, trusted services with no surprises, doing such a great job. And then if you're just tuning in like on YouTube right now, that there's several different places that you can see us live. You can do on YouTube recorded, but you can watch us live on Facebook, and you just click the join group button on Facebook. And then on YouTube, you just click the subscribe button and the notifications button. So it's really, really cool. Lots of different channels that you can watch us. And if you're just tuning in, we do have a special free gift for you. It's our ebook, How to Buy a Car Without the Nonsense. If you want to try to do this yourself, that's buying a car. We're talking about selling a car. And let's get right back into this because we've got a lot of good stuff to talk about. What do you know about KBB?
I have a love-hate relationship with it.
Yep. Tell me more.
I mean, to what do I know? I mean, it's a guide, I mean, it's, Kelly Blue Book doesn't know. I just put 4 brand new tires on the car. Like in my house, like me and my wife are remodeling our house. Zillow doesn't know that. Zillow doesn't know that the house is all tore up and this is outdated or we've updated this. Zillow has no clue. I mean, no different than Kelly Blue Book. Kelly Blue Book don't know we just put brand new brakes, a new battery, 4 new tires on. It's a guide. It's not the know-all, be-all. Kelly Blue Book ain't coming over to inspect this car that we're selling and then put a price on it. It doesn't work that way.
Well, some people go to Kelly Blue Book to sell their car. And let me tell you what Kelly Blue Book really is. Kelly Blue Book is a paid service where they take your information and sell it to every possible dealership group that you can possibly imagine, and be ready for your phone to absolutely blow up. Because you are not selling to Kelly Blue Book, because there is no such thing as selling to Kelly Blue Book. You are selling to a local dealer, and that is exactly what it is. And they pay huge money for your data.
Wow. Wow. This is eye-opening here.
Yep. And the Auto Trader and Kelly Blue Book are one of the same. So you can find vehicles on Kelly Blue Book and Auto Trader. And sure, you can. But let me tell you, you're going to have to pay between $25 to $90 to list your car on Auto Trader, which, that's just
not bad.
Well, what's your time worth?
Yeah, no, I get it, Jay. I mean, I understand it. I'm just thinking for the average Joe that wants to do it,
And here's the issue though, Dave. I'm going to tell you how it is in our company. We get 10 times more leads on another site that I'm going to tell you at the very end.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked about that. You were talking about that before we hopped on here. I would have never guessed that.
Well, here's why. Because again, we go back to what we talked about with Facebook. You got thousands of vehicles being advertised by these dealers. And when you have thousands of vehicles being advertised, your vehicle gets lost in the shuffle.
Mm,
Unless you have a what? A
I paid.
low price.
Oh, low price, or you're paying a bunch of money.
Well, yeah. Oh, yes, exactly. And dealers pay thousands. Yes, you heard me correctly. Thousands to get just
Wow.
in front of people.
Yeah,
That's what
because
it's
dealers are
costing.
prioritized on Facebook Marketplace before private owners, correct?
So the way that Facebook Marketplace works is it's the same way as like if you have a business and you're doing paid posts, it's the
Yeah,
same thing. You're boosting the post.
yeah,
Whoever boosts the post gets to the top. And let
right.
me tell you something, it ain't $5.
No.
And that's what Facebook's all about. They're a lead generation source and it's not free. Even if so there may be once in a blue moon you put something on Facebook and somebody does buy it. I'm going to tell you, it's going to become far more and more far. You know what I'm talking about. It's not going to
Yeah.
happen. So, Auto Trader, there's thousands and thousands of vehicles on Auto Trader. So, if you want to get seen, you have to buy the highest package. And
Mm,
I got news for you. You're still not going to get seen.
mm.
I have a so in our company, iAutoAgent.com, we have over 500 different websites, and AutoTrader is one of them.
I'm still blown away by that 500. So if somebody lists a car with iAuto Agent,
Right.
you have their car will be seen on 500 websites compared to the one or two they might put it on if they're selling it themselves.
That's exactly right. It is, and here's the thing: the sites that we use, these are dealer sites. So people on the dealer sites are willing to pay more money to a dealership than they are to a private owner. It's the same concept as a real estate agent. Why
Yeah,
don't you want to sell a car or a house on your own? Because a real estate agent can drive a higher dollar amount, and when somebody is going to a private, just a for sale by owner, they're going to offer a lower price to you. And and
absolutely.
and yeah, we're in a crazy market right now, and yeah, houses are selling like crazy. You don't have to be a tremendously good salesperson, but let me tell you something. The bubble is going to burst soon, and
Ooh.
it's gonna burst definitely in our industry. I'm gonna make a prediction. The end of this year, like I did on our last episode, towards the end of this year, we're gonna see a 20 to 30% drop in used car prices. And
Wow.
yep. And so all these people that want $1 million for their vehicle, I'm telling you right now, we're already seeing a drop right now.
Huh.
We
Interesting.
are a little bit, not much, but a little bit. And plus, it's also freaking cold outside. It was 4 degrees when I went outside the other day.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
So here's the other types of cars too that like I see people selling $5,000 cars on Auto Trader. Well, no, you want to sell over $20,000 cars. And like on Facebook, the 5 and 6 and 7 and $8,000 cars are great for Facebook. And then you've got this thing called Craigslist, which we don't like, and it's going to be a low price, really low price point. And then I'm going to share my golden nugget with you here. And I'm not getting paid for this. I really should. But CarGurus by far is the best source to list your car for something that is not a $5,000 car, something that is like a $15,000, $20,000 car or above. We are getting 10 times the leads from CarGurus.
I'm just shocked.
I am not even exaggerating the least bit. Um, they also do what you call SEO, search engine optimization, better than anybody. So if
Huh.
you type something in Google and you're looking for it, chances are CarGurus listing is going to pop up first.
Wow.
CarGurus and AutoTrader fight for that top spot, but AutoTrader has no. They've got nothing on CarGurus. Nothing.
Wow.
And the other couple things that I like about CarGurus too is it'll tell you how long the vehicle's been on the market. It'll tell you for price drops. It's completely transparent. Um, So that's one of our 500 different sites we use, and I love it. It's easy. You're going to have to pay to be on CarGurus, and I still don't have a exact amount of what it costs to do it. But what these sites are also doing, Dave, and for everybody that's listening, is they're partnering with all these different companies, right? And so if you have that listing on that site, they're going to try to sell you transportation. They're going to try to sell you financing. They're going to try to sell you insurance. That is where their money comes from. It's not on the cost of the ad. They're going to sell you something. And you know what? It sounds good sometimes. But
yeah, I guess some instances it might make sense.
What did you say?
I said in some instances it might make sense.
Yeah, and I don't really like any of the partners that they partner with, especially the financing side is an absolute joke. We
I can only imagine.
We were actually going to partner with this company. I'm not going to say the name. You can go on CarGurus and find out. But we were actually going to partner with them back in 2016.
Wow.
And we tried to, and we sent some people to them to get financing. Not only did they not get a call back, you know, I mean, and that's your reputation too.
Yeah, absolutely.
We moved away from them. We use some great local credit unions here in St. Louis. It's easy and whatnot. But yeah, when you're selling your car too, you know, be prepared. People are going to want to finance. They're going to want to take trade-ins, and they're going to want some type of warranty.
They're going to beat you up on the price too. You take this, we take that. I get that constantly.
Absolutely, they are. That is what the Americans do. They want to get the best and I can't fault somebody for that.
No.
But what's neat about CarGurus, it'll also tell you the level of the deal. Like if it's a great deal, if it's a good deal, it's a fair deal. Everybody wants a good deal. Everybody wants a great deal. They don't want a fair deal or a poor.
Yeah, they want to get the best deal they can.
And so AutoTrader followed CarGurus with that too. So AutoTrader's doing it, but they're doing it through Kelley Blue Book. And I do not like Kelley Blue Book. It is worthless. It is not up to date. And if you are using Kelley Blue Book to price your cars or try to buy cars, you're making a bad decision and a mistake. I mean, I just would say CarGurus would be great also for cars $15,000, $20,000. And you're still going to be in the shuffle of thousands of dealers. But I think that you're going to have a better shot unless, of course, you hire a service to do it for you.
Like auto agent.
Anyway, Mr. David Marks, do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, I'm just blown away by the CarGurus. I would have never thought. You got me thinking next time I got something to retail, I should set up my own account in CarGurus.
Yeah, you can. It's going to be different with a dealership than it is going to be for a private owner. So you're going to have a dealer price, which is way higher than private owner. They make their money.
I'll look into it. I mean, I think just, the moral of the story here is, it's in today's market, it's a lot tougher for the private individual to do what they used to do. And these dealers are going to keep it that way, because prior to all this, people had to put an ad out in the paper, or they had to put the for sale sign on it, leave it out at the curb. These dealers are going to do their damnedest to make it harder and harder for the regular Joe to sell their car, because they want them to either buy it or trade it in or do something.
And some of these places like CarGurus and AutoTrader, they have some things in place from a safety point of it, because we wanted to talk a little bit about safety too. And the bottom line is, what's going to make it safe is when you make smart decisions. You can't count on these companies. The scammers can get around all this crap. There's nothing that is safe out there. Period. That's the moral of the story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you what, good episode. Thanks everybody for just chiming in and telling us what you want. Our new website is coming really, really soon. It's the AutoAuthorities.com. You're going to be able to not only leave like written messages on what you want, you're going to be able to leave voice messages for us.
Wow.
We got a lot of exciting things coming down the pike. Mr. David Marks, have a great one, and I will see you next week.
Alrighty, bye everybody.
Bye, everybody.